Hey there, it's Kim. I wanted to share this video because it's so powerful how like our dreams, our aspirations are like already a part of us, and we might feel them like this desire, like I can't have this and I've got to manifest this, but they're actually already a part of us, or we wouldn't feel them. We wouldn't feel called to them. I'm on the beach, a beautiful beach in Maine. This is right where I went to medical school, believe it or not. Like the street we're on here is the street where I went to medical school. And I was walking with my husband and our little baby. We went on our bikes this morning. And I was thinking about how, however many years back, when I went to school here, I would just imagine, like, what will my life be when I'm older? Who will I be? How will it be? I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have like a rich life of joy and fun and travel and freedom and beauty and luxury and like all the things that I was like aspiring to. And sometimes I'd feel like it might not happen, or like anxious, like, will it happen? Will it happen? Will I get what I need? And that just felt so painful to be like, Kim, just let that go. Be anxious for nothing. Even back then, when I was in medical school, it was all about like, you've got to get the right grades, and then you've got to get the right residency, and like it's all about that next step. But I remember thinking about that and feeling like, ugh, it just feels so bad to think like that. Like, I got to be cutthroat. I got to do better. I got to make sure. So I would just let it go. And I'd say, you know what? And everyone would say, it's so competitive. You have to do this and you have to do that. And I would just say to myself, Kim, like, what if none of that applies to you? None of that applies to you. Just let that go. You're going to be fine. Do what you're doing. Stay on track. Find your fluidity. I wouldn't have said it in those words then, but it was kind of like I knew inside, like it just didn't feel right. So I would let that go. And that's actually what happened. I had one residency that it was my pick, and that's the one I got into. And it was all fine. I didn't have to like scamper and like force anything. But it was pretty amazing to be on the bike this morning, where we're living that life. I am totally living that life now. It's all that I had envisioned, and so much more. And even though in some ways it seems like it took a long time, like sometimes I was like, am I ever gonna have a family? Am I ever gonna have this and this and that work out? I was on my journey. But the point I wanted to make in this video is that what you want wants you. And I had a friend who actually wrote a book with that title, What You Want Wants You. And the whole premise of it is that like your aspirations are already a part of you. I had a follow-up call with a private client the other day, and that was a huge aha for her, to realize that this health and wealth and joy and love that she is aspiring to is already a part of her. It's just a part she hasn't really accessed as fully as she would like. But it's not a random dream that is like, oh, I've got to manifest it, I'm gonna make it happen. It's already a part of her. And that is such a huge thing to remember. Like, it's not random what you aspire to, what you're inspired for, or what your heart yearns for. So you'll feel it in two different ways. You'll feel it as that aspiration, inspiration, or you'll feel it as the pain of not it. So if there's like a new job or your greatest lover or a new home, you could feel like, oh my God, I can't stand my job. I hate my job. I hate my relationship. I hate where I live. I can't stand this. Keeping yourself small when this higher part of you knows, like, wait a minute, there's something higher here for me. The only reason we get that frustrated and it's that painful to be where we are is because there's a part of us registering, there's something else possible for me. So let yourself kind of switch over to the other side of that perception. I'll show you the beach. This is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite places in the world. Because my little girl, she found a friend who has a unicorn raft. Super fun, right? And yeah, we're just like living the dream. I'm so grateful, as this was my dream, to have this, to live this, to be this Kim. The only reason I wanted to be this Kim is because somewhere in me was this Kim who has this kind of life and this kind of family and this kind of fun. And I have allowed that I've received it. I've allowed that to be created. I've received it. And it was so much more about letting go and receiving, and so much not about like clawing my way through trying to make things happen that never ever created more. So anyway, sending you love, sending you so much of that spark for you to connect with what it is within you that's calling you forward to be more fully who you are. All right, lots of love with huge celebration. I'll see you soon.